Guys, and welcome to the latest episode of Mr. Shodi's Snapshot Science. Now in today's video we're going to look at the endocrine system. Now hopefully by the end of this video you're able to 1. Define the term hormone. We then want you to be able to state the function of some key hormones, and finally we want you to be able to explain the role of adrenaline in the fight or flight response. So don't run away, let's get right into it. Now guys, up to this date we've established that the nervous system, the nerves help carry impulses from one part of an animal's body to another, okay, for a response to come about. But animals also use chemicals, okay, and chemicals which are dissolved in the blood. And these chemicals are known as hormones, okay? Now, hormones are part of what we call the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a collection of glands, so endocrine glands, that produce hormones. And these hormones can help regulate metabolism, growth and development, reproduction, even your sleep can be controlled by hormones. Okay, so hormones play a really key role in human function. Now, the definition of a hormone. What is a hormone? It's a chemical substance which is produced by a gland, and remember we said hormones are produced by endocrine glands, okay, which alters the activity of one or more specific target organ. Okay, and we're going to look at that in a minute. Now, here is an example of some endocrine glands which secrete hormones. Alright, so for example you have the pituitary gland, the pancreas, the adrenal gland, etc, etc. Okay, now these endocrine glands, for example the pancreas, okay, they have a good blood supply. They are surrounded by capillaries, and they actually have capillaries running through them. And this is so that when the endocrine gland, for example the adrenal gland, when it makes a hormone, in this case adrenaline, the hormone is secreted directly into the blood so that it can be transported around the body, okay, and it can happen efficiently. Now, once the hormone is in the blood, okay, the hormone will actually dissolve in the blood plasma, alright, and the blood can be carrying many hormones at one time. However, as we mentioned before, hormones work on specific target organs, or they work on specific target cells. So for example, adrenaline has specific target organs. Insulin has specific target organs, okay guys, and target cells. So this is really important. One hormone cannot simply alter the function, okay, of every organ or cell in the body. Alright, that's really important. Now, as part of your CIA examination, here are the key hormones that they might ask you about and test you about in your exam. Okay? Don't forget you studied things such as the menstrual cycle, which contain other hormones that you need to know about as well. Okay, so for example, let's look at adrenaline. Alright? Adrenaline is secreted by the adrenal gland. Alright? Adrenaline essentially helps to prepare the body for vigorous exercise or some vigorous activity. It actually helps protect the body, and we're going to see how in a minute. Okay? Insulin, okay, is another hormone. Insulin is secreted by the pancreas. Okay, and insulin actually helps reduce the blood glucose concentration, which you've studied about before. It's part of homeostasis. You have testosterone released by the testes, okay, and estrogen released by the ovaries. Alright guys, so pause this video, alright, and get this table down into your notes, as it's a really key table. Okay guys, so here's the image before where we saw, okay, it's a visual image, okay, so that you guys can see where these different glands are located, okay, and it shows, for example, the pancreas, which produces insulin, and also something called glucagon, which you've also studied about, okay, so don't forget about your key hormones, alright. Now, this table goes into more hormones, okay, so it's something else that you can look at. Now guys, imagine you're walking, you're on holiday, you're in the jungle. For some reason you've decided to go on holiday in the jungle. And out of nowhere, there's a lion coming. It's about to pounce. What are you going to do? You are either going to fight, okay, to get away from danger, or you're going to take flight, run away, get away from the danger, okay? Now, all animals possess this instinct. This instinct is known as the fight or flight response, okay? In potentially dangerous situations, the body automatically triggers a physical response. Physical responses happen so that you can get away from danger. But the fight or flight response, adrenaline, can also come out in other scenarios, such as competing in physical activity. Imagine you're in the Olympic final, okay? Now, let's look at the responses, the things that happen to the body in order for you to either fight the danger or take flight, run away from the danger. So, you will have an increased heart rate. Your pupils will dilate. You will have an increased breathing rate. The arterioles in the skin, the blood vessels in the skin will constrict. You will have an elevated and increased blood glucose level. And non-essential organs, such as your digestive system, will shut down. The blood vessels in them will constrict. Now let's look at how each one of these happening helps with the fight or flight response. So, if your heart rate increases, this means that more oxygen can be supplied. Don't forget, oxygen is supplied in the blood, okay? Can be supplied to your brain and your muscles, okay? This gives them more energy, because remember, oxygen will be used as part of respiration, okay, to provide energy. And this energy will either help you in fighting or running away. You have an increased breathing rate. This will allow more oxygen to enter the blood from the lungs, okay? Your non-essential organs and the blood vessels in your skin. The blood vessels in the skin and, for example, the digestive system will constrict. This means that they will carry less blood, all right? This is the reason why sometimes when you're nervous, okay, you might feel butterflies, all right? Now, if you have less blood flowing to the skin and your non-essential organs, all right, it means that as much blood as possible can be supplied to the brain and the muscles to help you in this emergency, okay? Don't forget the blood contains the glucose and the oxygen, okay, which is going to help in respiration, which you've studied, all right, provide that essential energy. Your pupils will dilate, okay? This will allow more light into the eye, and therefore it will help you see danger more clearly. Where's the danger? Okay? And the liver will release glucose into the blood. Okay, remember we said glucose is stored in the liver as glycogen, something you've previously studied. Alright? This extra glucose will be used for the muscles so that they can release more energy from respiration. Now, essentially, all of these key responses turn you into the Hulk. You have superhuman abilities now. There are tales of people being able to lift cars because maybe it's landed on someone. Okay, because this adrenal response, okay, gives you that extra edge to either fight or take flight, run away. Now, lastly, it's important that you're able to compare the nervous system, which you've just studied, with the endocrine system. Alright? The nervous system is made up of neurons. The endocrine system is made up of secretory cells. Alright? The nervous system, the impulses are transmitted, okay, along the nerves. Okay, remember we said electrical impulses are transmitted. However, in the endocrine system, chemicals, are transmitted, and these chemicals are called hormones, and they are transmitted in the blood, okay, because they're dissolved in the blood. In the nervous system, the impulses are transmitted by the nerve fibers, whereas we've just said in the endocrine system, the chemicals are dissolved in the blood. In the nervous system, okay, the impulses travel very quickly. However, the hormones which are dissolved in the blood, the chemicals which are dissolved in the blood, okay, travel more slowly. Alright? The effect of a nerve impulse usually lasts for a short period of time, whereas with the endocrine system, the effect of these hormones can last for a long period of time. Hence, one of the reasons, if you've just had a big argument with someone, sometimes you can still feel the effects half an hour down the line, okay? So, hopefully by the end of this video, you're able to define the term hormones. Hopefully you're able to state the function of some key hormones. And finally, hopefully you're able to explain the role of adrenaline in the fight or flight response. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and revise. Mr. Ashodi, signing out.